work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like It or Not starts now.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody.
Hey, good morning, and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
And not care who doesn't like it.
You're going to have to get a square because you're not going to be the voice of the Lord. Okay, because I was about to say.
I do have my avatar, but David, pull up my avatar, see what that looks like, because I don't know.
Yeah, get his square in. Like, he can have a little square, because him on the side is not giving. But
Rebecca, it's not morning no more either.
Oh, see, I work, and I work 6 jobs, and I'm tired. And it feels like it is the morning. However, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, I'm currently working, and I'm doing a lot right now.
Yeah,
but I might have to jump out a little earlier because I have a conference call. It's too much going on.
No, it's okay because it's fine. That's just life. It's fine. But I definitely understand. But yes, Ben, the voice of God. Listen, velvet voice in the background, golden voice in the background.
Is it a little smoother today than usual?
It's very smooth because we can't see you, so you could be Ben could be in his robe, feet kicked up, cigar in the mouth.
With a cigar?
We don't even know it.
Even know it. What I automatically see is this: like, hey, y'all, welcome to Like It or Not. This is Benjamin P. Dixon.
Look. This is why I wanted to do radio, so people don't see me. I can just interact with the microphone. And the and you can see. I like that.
Oh,
all right. And so you can see my voice moving and everything.
Is that Benjamin Jr. or is that?
Me.
Oh,
Jesus,
wow. The kids look just like them. One thing the kids look like, that's them. Them Ben's kids.
Them jeans are strong, ain't
they? them your kids, boy. Kids.
Nobody can deny. Even your daughter. She's so pretty. I'm like, oh, she looks like your sister.
Yeah. No, look, Dixon jeans are strong. I could never deny it. Man, the judge will throw me under the jail trying to deny my kids.
Trying to deny your kids. No, because your name is not Dr. Umar. Not. Black queens forever, but not my child.
Take care of his own
but not my child.
Black queens forever, but not my seed.
Not my daughter.
Not my daughter.
Daughter.
No. Even though she looked just like me, she talk
just like him, preach just like him,
like him. But she ain't mine. Black queens forever, but not mine.
It's not mine,
but not mine.
But not mine. Lord, it's been every time we get on here. Sorry about that, guys. Saturday, I was very, very exhausted. Lots of work. Ben, I did see the work that you did do with Dr. Mac. Absolutely. I thought that was amazing. Also, meant to hit you up.
Show it. I wonder if there's a way to show it, David. Go ahead, Beck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there probably is, but I'm going to do my recordings. And Bubba, he told me to tell you to do a recording, but I'll get with you on that as well.
Okay. Okay.
But it's such a beautiful thing what we see with Dr. Mac. If you guys haven't known, because especially in this time, with Black History, as you see on my shirt, what my shirt say? Hold on, because it's really giving. It's all tied together. For as long as I am Black, I'm historic.
Yes,
I'm ADOS, FBA, Caribbean, Nigerian. Just for as long as I am Black, I'm historic. And that's just what it is. I know they're trying to erase us. They're trying to remove us. The White House has already had their order in where there was no more Black history. And we said, oh, bet now we're going to really have to do a 365 for the next 4 years, even though we're 365 for the next 4 years. But now we're going to have to be in your face with it. We're going to have to be real nasty and rude and just be Black and not pay attention to nothing white and everything Black. Now we really don't care at this point. And we're going to mind our Black business at work. We're not going to do any DEI activities because we're DEI. They don't want us. So we're just going to come to work, clock in, do what you guys ask us to do. And when we do what y'all ask us to do, that means somebody's dropping the ball because we're usually doing more than what we're asked just because we want to keep our jobs. But now y'all going to see how mediocre the other people are. Y'all going to see that they was never doing work at all. And we were holding it down by doing the extra brunt of the work. See, that's what we're doing. And we are the ones that are going to be speaking to our own own communities, whether it's the people in the house, whether it's the people in our neighborhoods, whether it's people who look like us that are receptive to the conversations, whether it's in the church, Ben, which what you're doing, whether it's with your Haitian community, which what I'm doing. We are going to talk to our people. We're not talking to you guys anymore. But if you want to hear the conversations that are open in this area, yes, learn a little something as our allies, absolutely, and talk to your families. But it's not our job anymore. It's not our job. And we try to tell y'all for years and years and years what they was going to do, and y'all did not. And then y'all online said, where's Kamala? Why is she not saying? Because y'all say y'all ain't want her. So now she's talking to the people that want to hear her amongst her circle. She can breathe. She can have a good time.
Hello.
Like, I don't understand why she can't put her hair in a ponytail. And y'all talking about some, wow, she put her hair in a ponytail, and Donald Trump is out here and she put her hair in a ponytail. No, you put your hair in your ponytail when you decided to stay home and not vote. So please leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. Right.
When they decided not to vote, Rebecca.
Baby, hair was in a ponytail at home, and then they came out talking about some blue bracelet. Leave me alone. Okay. I say all that to say, Dr. Mac, you know, he has
I forgot that's what we
he has his Black History calendars, and it's all through the year you can find a Black History fact. And he now has gone digital. Now, I don't know if the reason why I haven't gone full rollout, because I don't know if it's full rollout yet, but it's coming. Yeah. It's an app. And with every day of the month, of course, you can get your Black History. I think now is a better time than ever. Once we have an actual full rollout, you know, some media that we can really give y'all good commercial about it, we'll do that. But it's coming. And I got to hear the teaser of Benjamin Dixon and your seeds.
Did you hear the kid? Did you hear the babies?
I said Ben has been teaching. Ain't no way. These
really
kids, they got it.
Rebecca.
They're gonna be all right. I see it. Hey, is that the one you're supposed to give me? Because you never gave me.
Yeah, it's your cup. Yeah.
Yes, but love ya. Mean it.
Love you, mean it.
Ben, your kids. Yeah. I said, oh, Ben, he's teaching the babies. I said the wife is teaching the babies. Y'all doing a really good job.
Wait, she switched from Ben to the wife, but it is the wife.
It is. I know she talks about it online a lot, so I know it's her. So homeschooling.
Did you hear Jeremiah's yet? Because his was a new one. You heard the baby boy, the small?
It's beautiful.
Oh, really?
I wish we could play it. I don't have a.
Right.
I actually have it on my phone, but I'm not going to do it because I can't be responsible for a rollout that isn't the rollout yet.
Oh, okay.
So
don't leak it. Don't leak it. Don't leak it.
Yeah. On next episode, I will definitely do that, but I'm going to do mine, and I'm going to definitely reach out to you so you can speak with him as well, and we can all get that done. But what I love about it is for every day that we're attached to or we're associated with, whether it's our birthday or another day, you'll hear our voice and you'll hear a Black History fact from that day. And so that was really, really nice to see. But I love that. And once it does roll out, I will share it with you guys here. But in the meantime, I really want you guys to head over to what's the calendar website?
Black Heritage Days.
That's what the app is going to be called. But Black Heritage Day, definitely go and purchase your calendar. He has one that's if you want 365 days of Black facts in history, just women, he has that available. If you want it, just anything. Just Black,
you know what?
He has that available, and he has different versions as well. I think we're on the 5th.
I'm gonna take a little privilege since I'm working on it with them. I'm just gonna play it. Tell me if y'all can hear this.
Hi, this is Jeremiah.
I'm
7 years old, and January 19th is my birthday. John H. Johnson was born on this day in 1918 in Arkansas City, Arkansas.
Okay, that's just a teaser.
Oh my God.
So it's coming from the sold out calendar, but he has the Black Heritage Day Women's is available, and please go and support. If anything, I want y'all to support because we're actually now we're not scared to say we're just Black, 365. This is not a McDonald's campaign. This is not a Walmart campaign. We really are that. And now we're just going to have to tell you every day. You're going to go, oh, brother, here we go. The race thing. Absolutely. Because the race thing is in the White House, and if they want Hitler, and all we just want is just to be Black.
I just want to raise my kids, Becca. That's what I was telling Dr. Mac.
Right.
All I'm trying to do is raise these little big head babies who look just like me, except they taller. And look, Rebecca, they all taller than me almost. Jeremiah is creeping up on me. Benjamin. I had to wrestle Benjamin the other day. Say, I don't care how tall you are, boy. He's still gonna respect me in my house.
A black daddy always gonna assert himself when he sees
always.
he getting tall.
Oh, he getting tall.
I don't care how tall.
Let me put him in his place.
The baby walking by ain't doing nothing, but the dad offended. I can still chin check you, and it's like, wait,
what I did?
All right?
Oh, goodness.
Dad, you cool?
It's because you tall. Because I wanted to make sure you know, you just because you can see over my head, still can chin check you.
I be all in the chest.
I hate you, Becca, for looking up like that. Hey, boy,
no, I don't be looking up. My eyes.
That was disrespectful.
James, my eyes be level set to his chest. I can't even look. I'm just looking at his chest.
That's right. Like, look here, little nigga.
I'm still your daddy. And it's like, Dad, I never said that. It's because daddy is offended. Daddy's offended by your growth. You gonna always be my baby. That's
you want your kids. You want your kids to outgrow you in every way. You want them to get taller than you. You want them to do better than you. But you still also need them to always know, I brought you in this world.
I can get you out. That's real. That's real. That's his black. That's his black.
That's funny.
Okay, so let's get this show on the road. It's a lot to talk about, but before anything, I really want to discuss the immigration things. Before we even get on that, if you guys are watching from my channel, make sure you like, you share, and subscribe. If you have not done so yet, do it right now and get in the comment section, because we're about to have a conversation for a little bit before I have to get back to work. But we're about to have a conversation. And I want to start off immediately with Haiti. Immigrants have been attacked since Donald Trump's first presidency, but not only that, they've been attacked for the history of America. There's if you think about immigration policies, there's never any real due process. There's never really any, when it comes to black and brown, I had to be clear. Sorry, black and brown immigrants. When it comes to the policies that are associated with them, you'll be like, but didn't you say for them immigrants? And it's like, yeah, but not for y'all. You always see that when it comes to immigrant policy associated with black and brown immigrants. And I wanted to start off with discussing, I know we talked about how he did the ASMR recently back in February for Valentine's Day with UC Migrants in Chains, and they were talking about the sounds were soothing to them, because that's what ASMR is usually, to hear those sounds of people chewing or whatever they're doing, and it's calming for you. So for anybody, especially for us to be our ancestors who were formerly enslaved, and chains to us doesn't mean the chain breaking that they were singing about in the church. We're talking about those are chains that they're putting on feet and hands and throwing them on boats for long ventures to get somewhere, and to still put them in chains, but living and working for white people, building countries like the US with the blood, sweat, and all the things. Us having to rebel to become the first black nation, and so many, in Haiti, and still paying for it till this day. In every place that they dropped us off at, black people are still paying for it till this day. Whether it's our country or whether we done rebelled, they have done everything to take our power away. And brown people are the same. We saw the instant attacks as soon as Donald Trump came into office against who? Brown people. There was the Hispanics, specifically Mexicans, Cubans. I would vote for Donald Trump. Them people, those people were the ones that thought they weren't gonna get got. But sorry to say, Cubanos, you are pretty much close, and that's our allies. That's Haiti's allies, the ones that know what's up. But the ones that's down there in Miami, around Palm Beach area, they got a little confused, like the ones that are white adjacent. And you voting for Donald Trump, and he's not for you. And so they quickly found out. Okay. And we'll talk about that as well. And then, so it was the Mexicans, but not only that, the Muslim ban, right? Remember how he attacked any Muslim majority nation. And that literally, any Muslim majority country, that was because of what? And it's always been a thing, right? First it was quiet, then it was out loud. And there always been discrimination against Muslims or people who they believed were Muslims just because of what they looked like. So not only was it religion, it was what you looked like. If you had, a head wrap, or, the certain kind of outfit, the prayers you would do, your accent, but of course your skin color. And so when 9/11 came around, all the things that they were saying and all the negative stigma that they put towards brown people who were Muslim, they grouped them all together. It now became policy, immigration policy. And to disrespect them was okay because of 9/11. This must be true. Even though there was no substantiated information that the claims that they made that these people were terrorists and they were a threat to America were true. There was any statistics that showed that, but Donald Trump said it was true and America's already racist, so they went with it. And that's how we got the Muslim ban. Now we have Muslim ban 2.0. Just earlier this week, we seen that come out where Donald Trump stated that he will now have a Muslim ban. Well, not Muslim ban, a ban that's expanded, right? The Muslim ban that's expanded. So it's a 2.0. And guess who he's adding on there, right? Venezuelans, he's adding Cubans, he's adding Haitians. Of course, there's Haitians on there, child. And in this, there's a lot to unpack with this because a lot of people want to come at me. I want to be very, very.
Wait, who trying to come at you for what?
Very people, people who are not only people who are ignorant naturally and want to stay there because it gives them a reason to say the misinformation and stick to it. But people aren't educated properly. So if you're going to follow me, because I'm going to really talk about Haiti a lot, not only am I biased to it because I'm Haitian, which means that I am going to make that my priority when it comes to giving y'all the actual news about it. Y'all gonna have to come with me on this journey, right? As far as if you want to know why these things make sense. Donald Trump doesn't just move just to move. The politics in America when it comes to immigration isn't just by happenstance. They're dropping, I'm about to speak to y'all in Creole. They're dropping these things one by one. But if you go to a history, you'll see where these things have happened before or something similar. So now they're doing it again and it's all historic, right? And to me, it's not even that history repeats itself. History it never changed when it came to Black and brown migrants, especially with Black people here in America. So now
it goes in cycles, Rebecca. This comes around in loops every so many centuries and sometimes decades. They go through this phase where they target immigrants and they target the very people who are victims. Haiti is a victim of the West.
Thank you.
Haiti is a victim of France. Haiti is a victim of the United States of America. Most recently, the Clinton Foundation, not only the Clinton Foundation, but every administration interfering. I don't have to tell you this. I'm just teeing it up for you to knock it down, right? The Jovenel Moise.
Okay.
We saw what happened with him. We saw the intervention, the assassination, right? So Haiti is a victim of the West and the United States of America. And now, just like a regular cycle, just like Hitler did, just like Hitler did with Jews, just like every nation does, they find an immigrant group and they cyclically target them. And then sometimes it goes as far as what we see in Gaza.
Yes, it does. And see, you're right, Ben. And we can talk about all of the things it shows that the attacks with the Ukrainians, which is also, like I said, they deserve to get out of what was happening, especially at the hands of Russians in their country. They needed a safe haven. And so, yes, they deserve that and they deserve to come here. But we cannot turn a blind eye to the same time frame. The Haitians had the assassination of our president, as you mentioned, Jovenel Moise, in that time, and found themselves under a bridge after months of travel through Brazil, through Mexico, through all of these places, to Chile, to find themselves under a Texas bridge when law had passed. And they thought, okay, this law can apply to me when I get here. The humanitarian parole program. You find somebody, a family member, friend, to bring you in, and you can stay. Imagine having a country that is literally in turmoil. And yes, there are a lot of conversations that we can have about Haiti and the people there and why, we're stuck on the dependency of this and that. But we can't talk about that if we don't know the history of the U.S. and they're intervening into our business and things and taking control. All of that leads us to literally nothing and having to fend for ourselves and then take control, saying we'll give you aid and not really give us aid.
Don't give you a single 8 houses. What they raised about $1 billion for the earthquake in 2010, and then they built about 8 houses.
And the Clintons, that's why I can't mess with them. That's one thing I just can't, right? And not only was Hillary Clinton over that one, but the Clintons from before disseminated our rice culture. disseminated it. So here we are, and I could go into that, but that's, again, those are points in history you must know before you want to join your beady head into the conversation all loud and wrong. So,
Rebecca, one last thing for you, before you move on from that thought. It was never about the legality of immigration, because those Haitians that are getting ready to be ejected, if they haven't been deported yet, they were here legally underneath the temporary protective status. Yes. Right? Those Venezuelans, those Cubans, Nicaraguans, right? They were all here underneath the TPS program, here legally. These are the people who are in Springfield helping to revitalize the city of Springfield.
Dead city.
Brought it back to life, and Donald Trump is now getting ready to take the lifeline out of Springfield and deport it.
Yep. And he, not only Springfield, so many different areas where the Haitians. I'm going home soon, actually tomorrow. I'm going home. My mom, a health issue, so I'm gonna go take care of that. But also back home, there are so many friends and family who are asking questions, who don't know what to do, who are trying to figure out the next move, where they're gonna go. We have a whole street back home, because I'm from where you don't even consider it, Florida. That's part of the islands, right? So South Florida. So when you go home, there's a whole street where the Haitians are going to school to learn English. They're living in these homes across the way, and they're working in what was once a dead shopping center. They're taking the jobs that are paying them close to nothing in every place in that shopping center on Military. Okay, Military Trail and Okeechobee. Y'all know that shopping center with the Ross, the DDs, the Winn-Dixie, because it ain't Winn-Dixie no more, Presidential Market. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. The Haitians have taken over that spot, but have revived it. They have revived that whole community that was once dead. That area was literally, when I used to go home, had nothing. Okay, so when I see them Haitians, they literally are, and this is the thing. They want to have this kind of idea, this false idea, this narrative, this false rhetoric, strong and wrong, that when they come here, they're criminals. You go straight to Okeechobee and Military. If you're in Palm Beach, where that Ross is, you will see a school, and you will see them coming from school at different hours of the day and going straight across the street to go into work, clocking into work and working overtime in that plaza. They've never seen that plaza be booming the way it is for the last few years since they brought this program here and these Haitians came here. They're learning the language, they're learning a trade, and they're going to work. And they're going to these homes that have no room inside of them but trying. So nobody's coming here to just murder. And unfortunately, there have been, but when you compare that, there's no statistics that show that these people are a threat. Now, it's talking about them being a threat, because again, that is the narrative that needs to be pushed out. Donald Trump toted that he will be, and please get some, if you can, walk with me here, David. I know I'm giving a lot. Donald Trump toted that he has 30,000 beds available in Guantanamo Bay. The first they reported, right, this is coming from his administration, that it would be for the ones that were very violent criminals. After that, it changed to non-violent criminals. It's just going to be illegal immigrants. That was first. That was like a week before. Immediately after that, what happens? This law comes out that says that was supposed to be until 2026. Let's be clear. We're still in 2025, right? A law comes out overnight at 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. that states he will be removing. Yes, the program was temporary, y'all, but it was always supposed to be temporary. It was always supposed to be okay. But the countries are still in turmoil. And even if it was supposed to be temporary, we haven't gotten to 2026 yet. What he did was at 6 p.m. a few days ago, the next day it came out, where he made it so that by the end of April, the dates were changing. First, it was like April 26th, 28th, and now it's April 30th. By the end of April, all of 500,000 immigrants who came on that humanitarian parole program are going to be illegal. Walk with me now. Guantanamo Bay will now have 30,000 beds that are filled with who? Black and brown migrants. Not only black and brown migrants.
Wow.
I think it's over 210,000, I believe, are Haitian immigrants of those 500. Stay with me. If you know the history of the U.S. and Guantanamo Bay, if you know the U.S. and their history of spreading the rumor about Haitians having AIDS before they even really wanted to do the actual research about AIDS, they said that AIDS come from Haitians. Haitians had to get on that Brooklyn Bridge, had to get out there in Miami back in the late 80s, still fought for their life in the early 90s, but about that claim. You know why? They had Guantanamo Bay filled up with who? Haitian immigrants. The U.S. was taking immigrants from here because of that idea, putting them over there in Guantanamo Bay in the harshest conditions. Look it up. In the harshest conditions. Not only that, they were taking the ones who did have AIDS and putting them in a worse condition, sectioning them off over there in Guantanamo Bay. There was no reason for this treatment of them, but to make them feel and treat them like other, but not only like other, just like the bottom tier, and made them pay a price, a punishment for just being Haitians looking for a better life, looking for opportunity. Those Haitians were treated so bad, and the quality of life there, if there even I can say that, the environment was like an immigration camp, which was what I called it.
Like a constant. Sounds like a internment camp from World War II.
Exactly.
Sounds like concentration camp.
Yes, that's what it was giving. And so America got away with that for a minute. And everybody in America thought that was okay because they blamed age on them. But then again, there was no statistical proof. It was all a lie. It was not factual. And Haitians had to come out and fight for their right because it was affecting them getting jobs here. As soon as somebody found out you were Haitian, what was it? It was you got AIDS immediately. And that was something when I was coming up in school that was told to me often because of that, because of what America did. So when y'all want to talk about this history and, oh, he got 30,000 beds, but it ain't going to be for Haitians. Historically, do you know that Guantanamo Bay was reserved for Haitians, for being Haitian? So immediately when he does this overnight turn and he just told it that he has 30,000 beds, not only that, he's already started processing immigrants, Venezuelans, out to El Salvador in that encampment.
Yeah, those videos, that
terrible. One. And I can't believe there's videos on it. I can't believe there's actual video out that's showing the environment over there, which is it's inhumane.
It's inhumane on purpose. And you have President Bukele, Bukele or whatever, however you pronounce old fascist looking, the fanciest looking fascist on the planet. I mean, he looks really dainty, like his hair's all slicked back, all his fingernails all nicely done, real dainty Nazi. No, go ahead. No, you know, right. But then he mocks the Supreme, not the Supreme Court, but the federal judge here who tried to block those 300 immigrants from being deported there. And now it's turned out, Rebecca, what you're talking about, there's innocent people who are in that bunch. There's innocent people who have been deported to a prison in El Salvador, and MAGA and Bukele is out here laughing and making fun of it.
Yeah. What?
What?
Like what? What you looking at? David's looking at
that the West Coast cars. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm like, what's going on?
About a lowrider.
and you're right, Ben. Those Hitler Juniors, those people who are dictators, like Bukele over there at El Salvador, and then you got whoever's over there in for Guantanamo Bay. But those partnerships, Donald Trump literally trying to create that here as well. Those partnerships and then the forcing to the pay to stay. We're literally running from poverty. And let me be clear again. When I say this, that does not mean that I'm saying that Haiti is a country that's not beautiful. Haiti doesn't have resources. We had so many resources that they had to steal from us and deplete us from our resources, put in corruption into the country so that we would not continue to succeed because it took away from America shining, right? At one point in the 80s or before that, 60s, I believe, Haiti is one of the safest places. America considered it one of the safest places to visit for vacation. You would never know that. There are commercials about it being one of the safest places to visit for vacation, all the things. But again, they find Black people thriving in the country. They find Black people doing well in the country, and they will try to strip you and take everything from you. Haiti has always been an example that they may want to make an example out of it. America historically has always been anti-Haitian. As soon as they found out about the rebellion that they did, the successful rebellion that they did,
it's because you scared them.
They did not. Right. America made sure that there was no slave that heard about it or there was no connection because they were afraid that would make their slaves rebel.
That's right.
Give them an idea to rebel. So they made sure that everything became anti-Haitian. Everything became anti-Black success. That's why I say, there's this conversation that's going around of people saying, hey, there's a video, the girl says, I want segregation back. I want segregation back. And segregation would be great for us because if we had segregation, Black people can succeed on their own. And I said, that sounds good until you understand that there were once thriving communities. And again, people want to just, everything that sounds good, we can say something sounds good, right? But we can't say it never happened because when these Black thriving communities happen, what happened?
They came and killed us, bombed us.
Yep, bombed us.
They murdered. We were out the way. We was out the way. They said they didn't want us in their stuff. So what do? We started from scratch. Black families, Black immigrants from, or Black migrants from other states and stuff was moving to vacant places and creating very, very great communities.
Tulsa,
that were flourishing.
Hello.
Black Wall Street, Camilla, Georgia. Rosewood, Florida.
Rosewood, yep.
Not only Rosewood, out there where I covered it in Florida, Eatonwood or Eatonville.
Yep. Eatonville.
Mm-hmm. And see, it's like all these different places that they quietly try to cover up, where they did a lot of disturbance in those places because they were thriving. They're all considered historical communities now, or they're just vacant. Allenwood in California. They didn't want to, that place was flourishing so much. They didn't want to, they told them that they would give them water. The community said they'll give them all of this, when things started to, things changed. Now they got water. Now they got this and that. They started cutting off the resources for them. So they forced them to move out of there and back into their communities and take their money. That place is just sitting there vacant. Old vehicles, old churches, just vacant. Vacant.
They'd rather have an empty, vacant city than to have a thriving minority community, especially Black community in that city. They would rather destroy it and have it just completely unlivable than to let Black folks live there peacefully and unbothered.
They wouldn't want that. So I say that to say, when we're having these conversations, yes, we would want that. And yes, we're going to have to continue to fight because there was somebody way back, one of our ancestors way back in the day that was fighting so much, didn't know what today would look like, for us. But here to give us the opportunity to at least sit on this platform, even though here we're even muzzled in some way, but sit on this platform and to talk about these type of things because, they did that for us. They didn't know that this day would come. However, we got to be real. And I think that's the problem with us saying that we want segregation, knowing that that's not really we're literally what? How many Black people, the Black community in America is like 13%.
Around 14.
Yeah. So, it's kind of not going to be possible, right? We gotta be in these communities. However, that doesn't mean that they have to we're not going to let them make us inferior anymore. We're fighting for that, of course, but our communities are things, they're ours. We got to stop making it feel like they can just take it from us. But we are fighting people who are making laws to steal from us. You guys are saying segregation now, but remember, there are people who did it before who died. There are communities they remember. There are people who are living today who are still looking for reparations for what happened to them.
Yep.
And what did America say to them every time they go up there and fight for it? Hell no. No. And it's
hell no.
No. That's what they're saying to us. And so, but I don't think segregation is the way, because if we are talking about, I'm going to be real, I'm all Black everything girl, but it's a human issue, right? And we got we're all part of an HBCU, right? We've all got HBCU up in us on this panel.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, what are they doing at the education department? They have dismantled it so much so that they want to sue, have actively started suing HBCUs for doing the very thing that they were told to do when they were started. HBCUs they're teaching predominantly Black students. At one time, it was all Black. Because why? We weren't allowed to go to the white schools.
Right.
So we made
Exactly.
our own. And because the schools are so amazing now, whites want to go to it. From other countries, they want to go to our schools. And because they're not able to get the financial aid that Black people are getting to go to those schools, they mad. Donald Trump said, hell no.
To the no.
He said, hell no. And then because they're going to accept the Black students before they accept the white students, he said no. But is that not the system that they told us to create? And we've been going by it for years, and we still let the white kids in. I graduated with a nice little boy named Connor over there at FAMU. He left FSU because he said that communication program is not as efficient as the journalism program over here. He left that white school and came on over the tracks. Because we show them that our education is even greater. When you guys tell us to go do it ourselves, it's even greater. And they get mad about that. Now they dismantled the education system by putting some man's wife.
Vince McMahon. There was a WWF, WWE, one of them.
That's who that is?
His wife, yeah. Secretary of Education now is whatever her first name is, McMahon, the wife of Vince McMahon. Yep.
Wow.
No. I'm just, Becca. We didn't. They didn't give us permission to start these schools. We started them because they didn't say go over there and start your own school. We started them because we had no choice.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is right now, these white saltines, these saltine Americans, are striking at the very core of what Blackness is, and everywhere Blackness can be found, they are trying their best to purge Black history, Black excellence, Black anything. They have declared an all-out war on us. And the thing about it though is that Black folks ain't never needed white folks' permission to be Black. They can't stop.
Never.
Exactly.
Never.
That's it. That's all I got to say. They can't stop.
Good. Black folks ain't never needed no white permission to be Black. Again, as long as I am Black, melanated, I'm his
as long as I got King Jesus.
As long as I got King, that we are Black and they can't stand it. I walk into the store with this shirt on, they hate it about me. I walk into the store just not even with the shirt on that says I'm Black, and they hate it about me. I just am, and they hate it about me.
I think that's why Dr. Mac's app is so important right now.
Thank you.
The Black history. And Rebecca, thank you for starting today's episode with it. And I know Dr. Mac is going to really appreciate today's episode. And it's so important because if that's what they're trying to strike at, that's what they're trying to take away, then that's why it's so much more important for us to dwell on it and to live in it and to be as black as we can possibly be, honoring our history, honoring our present, and then fighting these white Christian nationalist devils, white supremacists. We got to fight them and make sure that they don't get any more ground. Like they've hurt us. They put us in a bind. Over the next minimum 2 years, our schools, our Black universities are going to suffer. Our Black students are going to suffer because of what they're doing to the Department of Education. All of our communities are going to suffer because of what MAGA is doing, right? But all we got to do is hold the line. If we could just hold it together over the next 2 years until we get to these midterms and reverse some of this. Now, if we don't stop them in the midterms, now if we let this go, if we don't put a halt to their progress at the midterms, then we would have given them a free rein, like to really permanently put us down.
Yep. No, and it's not. I know that sounds like, let me come back. I know that sounds like it's I have to be clear, fear mongering and things of that sort, but it's not, because we were saying that 4 years ago, and everything that we were saying. Oh, excuse me, I don't say 4 years ago because it was like 4 years ago, 8 years ago. And everybody said that it was, well, and we tried to be cute with it too. Sometimes we're like, you know what? If we just, call our and just, sit this one out in next year. And the next 4 years, we'll make sure. And then when the next 4 years came, it started to seem like, okay, are they bowing down too? What's going on? And we realized that it takes more than them little, I don't want to be offensive, but it takes more. And so, we are saying things like they will. Here's something I said in one of my videos. If you believe that you and your marginalized group, and it could be a part of the LGBTQIA plus, you may not even be Black, but you may be a woman. You see how he's attacked every single one of them and has made you illegal in some way?
Yep.
Trans people, illegal. You're on the way. You're on the way.
Yep.
Women who want to have abortions, illegal. You're right there. Illegal. A lot of these things, you believe this is what he's doing to Haitians and other immigrants, how he immediately is stamping illegal on you just being you and your lifestyle and what you believe. Next thing you know, it's going to be one religion across the board.
Yep.
Or one, and then not in a way that where everybody's choosing it.
That's right.
No, it's going to be forced. Where not people finding God on their own. It's going to be forced.
It's going to be forced. It's literally, what's that show being? Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, Handmaid's Tale all day.
Yeah, gays and next. We on the way out the door. It's gonna be illegal as hell to be gay.
They've already been attacking. So what they're doing is sprinkling a little bit here and there, because if you just see how I laid it out for you. First, it was they're going to attack the program, TPS, yada, yada. But he already laid it down. He was criminalizing them from last year, from the Springfield, Ohio. It's to criminalize Haitians right now. Because if you criminalize them, when people think about Springfield, Ohio, and they think about Guantanamo Bay, immediately they'll say they need to go there because those are criminals. So to criminalize them, it's all he was doing. It was all strategic. This is what he's doing. So the same thing with any marginalized group. He's going to be strategic. It's going to be starting with this one. Oh, this trans person murdered somebody. Or this trans person had something wrong with them. And then he's going to make that the end all be all. Yep. Remember, they already started with the children. What did people who were a part of the LGBTQIA plus community have anything to do with the children who were murdered?
Look, they're trying to say this is how depraved and evil. Help mercy. They're trying to say now that all of the school mass shootings are happening because of trans women, trans students, trans kids. No, I really want you to process that. When we know without a shadow of a doubt, the people who commit mass shootings are overwhelmingly white men, white boys, or they're white. They're from a white culture of boys. There was a couple of Hispanics that were brought up in white supremacy. Even the Black boy who just did a mass shooting recently was drenched in Nazism and white supremacy. So we know the source, the source of mass shootings in schools. We know that it comes from white supremacy. But now what are they saying? Oh, no, it's those trans students. That's how much they're willing to lie.
Yep, they're gonna accuse us and trans of grooming their kids being, I guess, the straight kids, and causing them to go down this path of trouble and killings and murders. No, we just want to be free,
left alone,
minding our damn business.
Yeah, and
if white folks in history had just left folks alone.
If they had just left stuff alone, mind your damn business,
and ate their saltless food.
instead of gallivanting all around the globe, thinking people want your quote unquote civilization, which came at the end of plagues and pestilence and disease and violence and guns and all this kind of evil. If y'all had just stayed in y'all little country and left folks alone, what would the world be?
Amen.
going to people country and why don't you speak English?
Why are you even here?
When Puerto Rico, what white lady did, I never did an update on her. I need to find out. But what that white lady did, I believe it was in Puerto Rico, when she ran up in there and got upset because they did not want her drunk behind to be up in their spot.
Puerto Rico.
While she was on vacation. She came back, thought this out, lit the place on fire with gasoline, and it messed up other communities or businesses, community businesses, right? And you know that a lot of these Caribbean countries, most of their money come from when people are coming on vacation.
Yeah.
Hey,
so go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Jose Kelly, Ben, why do you think he had to graft in the Gentiles? Look here. Boy, you better preach that theology. You rightly dividing the word of truth in the chat room on a Tuesday afternoon. Should have bought 100, but I splurged and bought a Bentley. Boy, you preaching. So
that was good.
That was.
I'm warming up. We taking our show on the road, y'all. We're gonna get this on radio.
No, listen, somebody look. But honestly, we are at a time, Ben, where you're talking about it. This is, and every year we talk about these things. Well, people, this is under attack. This is under attack. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna march. I've seen in real time where even our leaders' voices who fighting for us, it's not matter. Your voice ain't matter. Voice don't matter. It don't matter. So what do we do next? That's where we're at. What do we do next? And that's what I see that a lot of people are veering towards. Because why? Oh, I'm dropping a video on Thursday about this. But even what they're doing in the military, be mindful. Watch.
Yes.
Watch. Mm-hmm. Because they are trying to, there's an erasure happening. Earlier last week, there was erasure of something that we didn't even know, but because it's Black business, we made it our business to find out what happened. And that was about Jackie Robinson, who we all know as the first Black Major League Baseball player. Done a lot of things, done it all. But did you know that he was the first to say he ain't going to the back of the bus before Rosa Parks did?
Nah.
Oh, I bet you did. He did it when he was in the military. I bet y'all didn't know that. He did it while he was a lieutenant in the military. I bet y'all didn't know that. Because why? Erasure. What they did earlier last week was remove information about Jackie Robinson being in the military because they did not want us to know. First of all, because of DEI. And that's what they literally said, because of DEI. They removed it from the military government page. They removed his history. Somebody who knew his history probably went to go look for him and didn't see him. And they raised hell about it. Black people made a conversation, an observation. Oh, they was like, hell no. Hell no. They definitely said no. And so now we found out what really happened. And they already erased his history within the military. And the military got upset because this man did pushback. And they, what is it called? Court-martialed him for that act. Really? And so he of course was acquitted, but they made him leave, because how dare him stand up and challenge us and still be here? So what they did was honorably charge him, not dishonorably, but we know it was dishonorable for them, but it was an honorable discharge for him. So
then they erased the Black Congressional Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam. I don't know that brother's name, but we should know it now. And I think that's what we do, Rebecca. For every instance of them trying to erase Black history, I think we lean in, double down, triple down on our Blackness, on our Black history, on our Black present, on our Black future. I think we need to double, triple down on it.
Absolutely. Because on top of that, there's an attack, which I'm going to talk about as well on Thursday. I'm just giving y'all all the goods. But Black men in the military are under attack because of, there's a medical name for it, but I'm gonna just go ahead and razor bumps.
Oh yeah,
y'all didn't hear me. Yeah, razor bumps. Black men, majority of the Black men, grow their hair curly, beautiful curls. And what happens when you go to the military? There's a clean shaven look that they have to have, and because of that, their razor bumps can become keloids, can become infected, can become those things. But they're saying that because of that, they're having to discharge them because they since removed a ruling, a protection for Black men who were able to grow their beards out healthy and be in the military. So now they have removed that law. And now they're saying this thing is like it's causing them not to be able to serve. So Black men are under attack already, not being. Y'all think this is all coincidence, or something is coming ahead?
No, this is 100% on purpose. They're executing their little raggedy strategy.
Raggedy strategy.
Okay. It's okay. Let the white folks go fight the war then. Y'all gonna take y'all ass. Go get killed. Because y'all picking the Black people because of razor bumps on our face that we can't do nothing about but put some cream or something on it.
Wait, Jane, don't take this sideways, but you sound like you taking that personally. Now you got some razor bumps over.
Yeah, because I mean it's a normal occurrence.
It's
I mean,
normal
it happens.
occurrence.
You know how hard I gotta work.
So stupid.
Do you know how hard I gotta work to keep them off of me, man?
Right, dude. It's like, even with this beard, if I was to shave my face, I know all this gonna be bumped up on my little round face. And it's just like, if I was in the military, once I did that, y'all gonna send me right home. Look, and that's fine. Give me that first check. I don't care.
Every Black man is almost prone to getting those type of razor bumps if you don't treat them right. I know some is a special condition that goes beyond the average razor bump. But just shaving and grooming our beards, just the wrong move can really give you a keloid. And
it literally really is. It's a what, like, okay. It's like, because they never have Black people in mind for any of these things, right? Yep. They put them out there for war, all these things. But this Eurocentric-centered laws and policies, they never have Black people in mind. So now, there was a ruling again that protected the people who were growing out their hairs and things like that, and let them grow out their beautiful beards. That's how you see a lot of military men with beards and stuff. So fine. And then they took that law away. And now we're seeing them back with their razor bumps, putting their lives on the line. These people are putting their lives on the line for y'all with their razor bumps. What's it doing to y'all when y'all got people who are mentally ill and white and serving every single day? Like, let's be for real. They're also attacking the LGBTQIA plus community within the military as well.
Yeah,
bringing back anti-LGBTQIA laws.
Yep.
These things are happening before us, and I know that we're waking up every day, and it's something new. Now be mindful that something new will soon affect you. I say this all the time. Y'all think he can't get you? I bet you right now he working on something that's gonna get you for your eyelash, for your lip, for your jaw, for where you staying at. Something, because the America that he wants is linear, and it's going to be things that are white, of course, centered. We saw them. Ooh. Ben, did you see that clip of them worshiping at the White House?
No, I didn't.
It gave there was no oil in the room. They ain't got no oil.
No oil.
There's no oil.
No oil. No herb.
Dry as Ben Shapiro's wife. Oh my. Ooh. Y'all don't remember that episode? But the mop and the Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
Oh yeah.
It was a throwback meme. Like, you got to be careful with some of them throwbacks.
Like, for real, it was a different level then.
We were all over the place. The Lord was still working on it.
Level, yeah.
I had to clarify real quick.
The WAP.
It was the WAP. It was the WAP.
It was the WAP. Because it sounded like Ben said the mop.
I thought he said the mop too. I'm like, wait, the mop.
WAP.
Mop. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay.
I didn't put the WAP on it.
It was. I'm dead. I'm so dead. We sound real old, but and that was a few years ago. The pandemic has aged us.
Real bad.
I wanted to say these are things I'm saying that everything is strategy. When he does come out with it, what you need to understand is that he said it somewhere already. He already teased it to us. He already started it feeding us some kind of rhetoric in the beginning. So right now it's going to be razor bumps. Right? And then it's going to be, they just not fit enough to serve for this country. You listen, and that's all right, because we don't, they be fighting for this country, the country and never fight for them. My ex, he was in the military. He ain't even from here. He did that for an easier way to get a better life instead of working this, where all the other African people were working at that time where he was. He went straight to the military and took over a decade of his life and gave it to the military. Did not speak English and experienced lots of racism there. Also became a lieutenant and they hated him for it. All kinds of things. And he had to be honorably discharged as well because of racism. So just knowing these people are serving and still will not be recognized, putting their life on the line, watching friends die every day.
Right.
And still won't be recognized in this country for anything.
You know what we need to do, and I'm gonna and Dr. Mack has already laid the foundation, Rebecca, because if you take what he did on the calendar for 366 days of Black history, but then you go and add on top of it what we've accomplished in science, and you go and add on top of it what Black women have done, and then you go and add on top of it all the achievements, all the different achievements that Black folks have done, you really would start to understand why they are so afraid of DEI. You really start to understand why they are trying to make sure that they erase as much Black history as they can, because no matter what they put in front of Black people, we always overcame it and excelled and got to the top of the top of the top. Yep. And they hate that.
It doesn't matter what they would literally take away from us and we will still figure it out. And that's why I say I get offended by the what don't kill us make us stronger, but that literally is in our genetics. Before we even were enslaved, we are people who are going to find a way out of no way.
That's a word right there.
It hit me right up in
there. Out of no way.
And and it's like when I think about
the goodness of Jesus,
it's all good.
You messing with me now.
It's too much. But no, honestly, just knowing our history from anything, whether we're working amongst a whack behind corporate job, we're making a way out of nothing, and then we become the people that even on our worst days are the ones that are carrying the team on our back, or when it comes to platforms like this, carrying it on our backs when people are just doing, nothing or stealing not wanting to understand the actual work or the stories or how this affects the Black community, anything like that. They're just repeating Twitter post or social media post or whatever is hot at the moment, or asking ChatGPT to give them wording. But this is literally something that we are talking about because this is not only our lived experience, this is happening right now. And if we don't educate you, if that's the least that we can do, you guys are going to be lost.
That part.
I'm talking to the white folks, I'm talking to the Black ones, and I understand it's a time right now. Because when I'm not doing this, right, I have real life issues. Like my mom, got to go take care of her, and other people and family and friends who are affected by what's going on. We're going to go handle all that stuff. But when we're not doing this, I try my best to have my own life. Ben, you have a wife, you have children, right? You got to pour into them. But this is, if we can only do what we can do, and if it's here, if you're a hairdresser, if y'all want to talk politics, don't make it a debate. Make it more of an understanding. Help the person understand, because people do not understand. People are fighting me about different things, and I'm like, hey, you're saying this. Somebody told me if anybody moving forward wants to talk to me about immigrants, and especially Black and brown ones, don't ever speak to me about due process. Don't speak to me about due process. There is no due process. They asked this man the other day when he was on, I think he was on one of the mainstream media channels, and they were asking him, what's the due process when it comes to migrants right now, and their TPS being taken from them, or their legal status being taken away from them, or these places like Guantanamo Bay they're going to and stuff. What is the due process? Oh boy, gonna say the young woman who died, I believe her name was Lakin. It says, did she have due process?
Yeah.
That means no, there's no due process. That means that they will always redefine what it is when we're talking about Black and brown migrants. There will never be there's nothing that is standard. The standard way is to be anti-Black and brown immigrant first, period.
That's because this system, America, the United States of America, Western civilization, what white folks have done, they need a new group to destroy. They do not exist. White Christianity, evangelical, or much of the Catholic Church, Christian nationalism, the United States of America, capitalism, all of it exists based on who they are devouring. And I can even say that word right. And so what they've done now is they're moving on to immigrants. And it's always an immigrant group. No matter where you are on this planet, they're always going to find an immigrant group to devour, right? They're always going to find the racial minority, Black folks in America, to devour. They're always going to find indigenous populations to devour, as the Native Americans. They're always going to be devouring women, trying to force them into submission. If you look at white Christian power throughout world history, they are always seeking whom they, like a roaring lion, Rebecca.
Yep.
Roaming the earth, seeking whom they can devour.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a good note to end on. Yes, they are like roaring lions, man. But one thing about it, they not like us. That's the worst preach I've ever seen people do. Somebody did the boots on the ground for the Lord. Did y'all see that? Absolutely. I gotta show y'all before we get out of here. Boots on the ground, Ben, because they not like us. Because I was gonna say the roaring lion, but they're not like us. I was gonna say like it or not because we're lying, but I didn't even get there because I need to show y'all this boots on the ground.
No, I was referring to the scripture talking about the devil. The devil's a roaring lion. White supremacy is the same devil.
And Rebecca, did you see the unseasoned version of the boots on the ground?
Oh boy!
Oh, they already got to it.
They already got to it, child. And when I tell you it's unseasoned like the chicken at the barbecue.
Ooh, ain't nothing worse than a good. Cause see, barbecue smell that fool you. There's very few. It's very few barbecue smells that smell bad. You can smell
exactly.
Right, but then you get it, you be like all excited because it smells good, and looks can deceive you too because it be shiny and glistening with good looking barbecue sauce on and everything. You taste it, tastes about as dry as.
Then you hungry?
like a rubber band,
dry as a. But it smelled good. It looked good. Aaron got a grill.
Oh Lord! Oh, here we go. I found it. Boots on the ground. I'm sending it to y'all right now.
Daisy's got a gun. Karen's got a. Man,
okay, I sent it. Now I went viral on Instagram for the first time. Well, this is like probably the fifth time because I don't really use my Instagram anymore like that. I treat it like Twitter, but I do post pictures every now and again. Of course, I try to keep up with the kids because I be cute. So, I posted this line dance. So we're gonna play this one, and then we're gonna play the one that went viral. Charlie Green out of Chicago, and I want to show you how smooth they were back in the day. And now I know why millennials wore suit tops and business casual to the club.
Oh,
because it was in our blood to pay homage to the people who did it the smoothest. But this right here is from the church. Please play it from the beginning and play it loud.
Like they're grooving already.
Boots on the ground, because this is what the church do. They just disrespectful. Play it.
Y'all out of order. Don't put him in that mess. It's giving the club. It's giving Saturday night.
That's I can't stand her. Christy.
And y'all pastor thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, like she in the audience.
Y'all
I thought she was in the audience for real.
God ain't in that mess.
I got my trust in the Lord.
It's giving you joy.
The fans.
Look,
more like
ain't nothing like the juke joint though. What y'all talking about?
Y'all talking because you out of order.
You should care about what people say about me. Don't care about all that.
We can tell playing this joint music in the church.
I can't stand her.
Listen, look, shout out to her with free promo. But so go on my page now and then get the video second. This is the second video on top row. But that video is literally line dancing. I thought it was beautiful. When I first saw it, it did something to my spirit. It made me feel good. So I shared it, and I think everybody else felt what I felt that I couldn't really verbalize. But basically, I called it. It's like a black handshake. It's like a universal black handshake for the black community. That's what line dancing is. My first real black line dancing outside of the ones that we learn like to the left, like out of those and the left side is the FAMU shuffle. When I first got the fam, like they had, it's basically a part of the process of getting in the fam. They show you a line dance for FAMU and you learn it. And everywhere you go, ours was to it was to Frankie Beverly and Mays, but then the version of because we was young, we did it also to Wayne Officer. The song.
Oh, this is all.
Oh, okay,
yeah. So we did it to both of those. So it was Frankie Beverly and Mays. I know they took it and used it for that. The ooh 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 yeah. So we did that one, and then the Frankie Beverly and Mays, that popular song. So, but I think that it's one of the most blackest things. I think all black cultures around the world have it, but I love to see it. When I saw this one, it was beautiful to see. I loved it. Did you drop it?
David's having a hard time finding it.
Oh, okay. It's right there on my page. Don't worry about it. Let me go to Instagram. Do you follow me on Instagram, David? It's all right. I'll find it for you.
Man, we turned the corner on black. But you know what? We were this black. We've always been this black, but it feels like just a whole new revolution of black.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. He found it. Line dances are the unspoken black.
Oh yeah,
this
this my mom and them time frame. When I tell you, mom and daddy, mom used to get up do the shuffle. I don't know if you know what the shuffle is.
Yeah.
I mean the hustle, not the shuffle, the hustle. And
but
when
I know we may get a strike. We may get a strike for this. I'm not sure, but listen to how he says it and watch how smooth. My thing is, this has 2.8 million views on it.
Oh, this you on okay. 213,000 likes. You better get them.
Wow.
Open up that algorithm door for us.
It's crazy.
Right.
Crank it up.
You got to hear it from the beginning.
Big clap. All y'all freeze. One more clap. Bust y'all, please.
Hey, I'll be doing that around the house all day.
Everybody shout. One more clap. Toot your booty out. Real loud clap. Everybody freeze. One more clap. Bust y'all, please.
Why they so smooth? Nobody does it like them.
Real big clap. All y'all freeze. One more clap. Bust y'all, please.
It's so, even the way you hold the mic.
Real big clap.
Yes.
Everybody.
He could be, you know what's great about him? Is like he could be somebody's deacon. He could be somebody's host of the Soul Train. Like that's just classic black right there.
Yeah. And that's why when I seen it, I was like, I don't know why this is not more talked about. Then I heard that Busta Rhymes remixed this last year, and he took this portion of the song. I didn't know that, and I saw he made his own line dance from this, or whatever.
Busta Rhymes.
He got his own version of the song, and he took this part of it, like this part.
I got to see that. Bus stop, it must not have did that good because they ain't played that.
A lot of people that are not my age heard it, and of course we're in the culture of line dancing and stuff. So a lot of people, none of my crew knew it, but when I saw this, everybody was saying, "Oh, I can't believe Busta tried to remix this song." But some people do like it. Younger people in my comment section here.
Hey, Sister Brown is getting it. Sis right there in the brown.
She is. And it's one in the white. And I don't know. It just looks so clean and smooth. They just came from work. I don't know where they came from, but everybody looks good. I believe that Charlie Green Charlie Green is considered and I learned this from the comment section. Charlie Green is considered the the MC from back in the day in Chicago. He passed away, I believe, I want to say, but he is considered like legendary in Chicago. So I'm glad I was able to bring his. I didn't know I was going to do that because that page that I got on Instagram don't get no love, but millions of people felt the way that I felt, and they were like, "Yeah, no, this is it for me."
Yeah, a lot of people in Chicago, full of the steppers. So they love that music. Every time I DJ and there's people from Chicago there, if I don't play some kind of stepping music, they gonna cuss me out.
Run this real quick. He got 3.2 million views in 5 months.
They loved it. I said that. It's called the bus. Instead of the bus stop, he called it "Do the Bus a Bus."
Oh, I do remember this song. I just don't play it.
Run that. Oh, we ain't worried about no copyright strike. Go ahead and run that. It's promotion for them.
For real.
The conglomerate.
Well, all right. Let's strike it up.
Oh. I can feel it.
Yes. Give me some folks.
Yeah.
Up on the floor.
This perfect.
So we can get down like we've done before. The name of my dance is called the Bus Bus. Show enough guaranteed to make you jump. Give me a clap right where you stand, cause once you get down, like do it like you bad. Real big clap. All y'all freeze. One more clap. Do the Bus Bus, please. One time.
I don't like
Shake it
that.
out. 2 times.
He should have flowed on it though. Is he going to get
crazy with it? 4 times. Let me see you do it. 1 time.
Look at
Shake it out. 2 times.
I
Smooth it out.
The video
3
gives me
times.
all the
Get crazy with it.
in the new
4 times.
ones.
Let me see you do it. Let's go.
See, this should have done much better than what it has been. I'm about to put this in my repertoire because everybody needs to learn, especially now that this thing with line dances is reemerging a lot. Especially now. Yeah, this a fit. It's a cute little dance. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, he does rip it. Turn it on. I want to hear his bar real quick.
Everything I ever did.
Go back.
Whole team heavy. Yellow gold AP. Diamond on my bezel. Bad chick with a name tatted on her belly. Legendary with it, homie. You ain't really ready. Everything you doing, we done did the thing already. Still doing it better. Ain't nothing you can tell me. Never mind, homie. Everything about you petty. Chest cold bad. Every diamond is canary like a classic flick. Golf of a movie. Drag this mink. See him where I sent him. Catalog guard.
Is that Safari?
I like it. Put it in the rotation.
Right.
Freeze. One more.
Okay, go back to the original one. I gotta look at it again.
Shake it out.
Oh, David, see if you can pull it up on YouTube.
Umbaku, yeah.
I forgot.
Real big clap. Everybody freeze.
One more clap.
Bus stop, please. David, get the video. I want to leave the people with something good.
Becca, have you seen the follow me routine yet?
Follow me?
Yeah, the follow me. Yeah, me neither. Follow me has been out for a long time, but now they have a whole dance to it that they do. Yeah, the HBCUs have been doing it lately.
Oh.
That and the Cupid Flex. I know you know Cupid Flex.
Oh my God. I learned that by going out, and I was like, what are they doing? And I really liked it. And then I learned it. And I learned it by basically like a mistake. I said, I could do that. And I ended up doing it. But anywho, here's the Bus Stop original. I don't think we can play all of it, but let's play a little bit of it and we out. Like my camera.
Right.
Let's strike it up.
Strike it up.
Dang, look at back in the day, y'all.
Y'all understand. I need to show y'all my mama's pictures from this time frame. Mama Afro and Daddy like Afro rules.
So we get down like
oh yes, we're gonna get the super chats before we get out.
Name of my dance called the Bus Stop. Show enough guarantee. Make you rock. Give me a clap right where you stand, cause once you get down like a well-tuned band. Real big clap. All y'all freeze.
Hey.
One more clap.
Bus stop, please.
This is so smooth.
It's so smooth. Everybody clap. Toot your booty out.
We don't loud clap. Everybody freeze. One more clap.
Why we always got a kid?
Everything. Always.
Good. Anywho, all right, let's get to some super chats and we're out of here.
All right. You want me to go start it off here?
Go ahead, start it off.
All right. Tiger says, couldn't sleep last night, was stuck awake with stress, insomnia, making a game plan for the missus, gets targeted by what that
ICE.
icon is. ICE. We essentially can't go across the border. They're checking phones now. I'm losing it. Wow.
Oh, man. No.
We praying for you, Tiger. Everything is going to wake up. Yeah, man.
Prayers, man. I know, see, this is affecting people in more ways than one. I'm telling you.
Please keep us posted on that. Shout out to Omega Star who sent a super chat, says this is truly unfair. We're with you, Rebecca. Another one from Omega Star. We stand with Haiti. Absolutely. Sammy, thank you for your super chat. France owes like 150 billion, 200 billion or more to the Haitian people, according to Professor Jemima Pierre. She also advocates for necessary recognition for the devastating violence that happened.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And another one, last one from Omega Star. Your voice gives me so much hope. Keep fighting, Rebecca. We love you. Yes, we do.
Thank you. My little raspy. I know what you're talking about, though. But thank you so much, Omega. You're great. Love you.
All right.
All right. Well, that was it. All right. Listen, I know that y'all didn't know that was an impromptu episode coming on today. We did miss Saturday, so I always want to make up the show.
Wait, did y'all see them just drop down and get low?
I did.
My God.
And they swinging it. Baby. And they said, listen, look at it.
He's sharp. He's sharp too.
Oh.
You better get
he said, no, y'all ain't doing it like me in the
back. I'm
back.
gonna bring that back to the club. I'm gonna bring that back to the club. Go in my best church suit.
Go in the comment section and read it, and you guys are gonna get so much. Everybody say, I'm bringing that back. I'm doing it. Charlie Green was the one to make the, I guess, and I learned this just from reading the chat. They said, that's Chi-Town. That's Charlie Green. That's Mr. Green. They were like that. I think his son is even in my chat. I believe that he's a DJ out in Chicago as well. All of this is unfolding to me just posting this, and over almost 3 million people felt the same way I did just from a small little clip.
You know what's crazy, Becca?
Go ahead.
Let me cut. I hate to cut, but Becca, what I love about this the most is that they're gonna be people who as we progress further, gonna be people who try to say that you ain't black because you not descendant of enslaved. You know what I mean?
They've already said it a million times.
But you high key got roots and depth into and insight and experience with some of the blackest of the black experience America got to offer.
HBCU graduate, somebody who is from literally South Florida, and while it is island, we know what South Florida entails. Is very black as well, and so like people don't like to forget that I am born in America, but I am, because of America's anti-Haitian rhetoric, I have to only say that I'm Haitian. I was raised in a Haitian household. We were raised all things Haitian. Parents didn't speak English. A lot of family members still don't speak English till this day. And we have that benefit because we are in South Florida, but they would never let me be. I went to school too, y'all. I got friends that's Black American too, y'all. Like, even though majority of my friends is Haitian, me going to an HBCU was because of my Black teacher. Like, people don't want me to be Black. They don't want me to be Black. And by Black, I mean Black American. I'm Haitian American, which still makes me Black and born here, which is American. But yes, culture-wise, Ben, I feel you on that one. Like, I know people who are Black American who are from my city who have a lot of Haitianness to them. They have a lot of island drip on them in their accent, the food that they like, culture. It's all, people always want to grab and hold on to it and make sure it's theirs. And I'd be like, y'all, historically, we can tie all that stuff back to one place, and it's okay, y'all. Right. And I know that we have our own of everything, even in the States. New Orleans has a way that they look, they cook, they speak. Florida has a way that we look, we cook, we speak, dress. New York has a way. It's the same thing. But when it boils down to it, when the cops stop us, your black ass is gonna get got. All right.
That part.
I love you so much. Mean it.
Yep.
You, not on this Saturday because I'll be out. But if y'all want to get together this Saturday, that'll be great. But I'll see you on next week, y'all, or the week after. Heading home. Mwah. Love you. Mean it. Work that we're doing here is not going to stop when it comes to these type of discussions. It's going to be for us and by us here on this platform when the media is telling us to look the other way. Your support is what helps us move forward. Join patreon.com/like it or not. Help us grow.
Like it or not, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show. It's time for like it or not. With Rebecca Azor. Let's start this damn show like it or not. Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin.